The Sun.
Didn't double team him and get the ball out of his hands. He's already proven to you all game long he has range as soon as he crosses half court.
A light 49, and the Warriors set a new franchise record with 27 threes. And now for that franchise with the Splash Brothers, kind of a big deal. Here's another thing, 3D. You did this twice. Career games with 10 or more threes. Steph Curry has done it more than all other players in NBA history combined. 7 times this season.
Unbelievable. It's just fun to watch. That's who he is. And for the people to understand, he puts in the work. That's why we're not surprised with this.
Well, Draymond Green had 15 points, 3 made threes, his usual 13 assists, and a phenomenal defense. And Draymond, we've said as great as Steph is offensively this year, you have the Warriors' top 5 defensive rating because of your defense. Steph's offensive year, your defensive year. How about that assessment?
I think, my focus coming into this season was try to control that side of the floor. I think I've been doing a pretty good job defensively. But why is he trying to pour water on me?
Sneaking up on you.
Oh, he going to Steph. Okay, I was about to say. But I mean that's my area, and I try to control that. But in saying that, Wiggs is an incredible defender. Bays is an incredible defender. Steph has been amazing defensively this year, and playing alongside a guy like Loon makes it a lot easier for sure.
And you talked about how winning is what motivates you, and that's definitely understandable, but you've been so good bringing the intensity every night and just embrace the role, as they get Steph, embrace the role of leading these young guys, directing them and leading traffic, execution. So how much is that part of your motivation, just leading these young guys playing the right way?
That's a huge part of the motivation, just to get better each and every time we step on the floor and, try to teach these guys how to play the right way. Obviously don't know how this year's going to end, get in the play-in the game or the play-in tournament and try to make a playoff push, but in saying that, we still need these young guys to continue to grow and looking forward even past this year. So, it's very important to lead them, and, I've taken that very serious, but Steph has also been incredible in that department as well.
Now, Draymond, we said you have to be first-team all-defense, otherwise they should get rid of the all-defensive team. Rudy Gobert comes in Monday. Gobert's an amazing defender, but you can guard any player in the league, from Dame Lillard to Joel Embiid. Isn't that really the best defensive player who can guard everyone?
Oh, you said it, not me. You said it, not me.
That's it, man. I'm enjoying you when you make threes, because when you make threes, you let everybody hear about it. So how much fun is it for you knocking down threes and telling them, come on out here, or whatever you say to them?
It's always fun. I've always been the guy who talks when I play. Growing up in Saginaw, that's just a way of life. If you don't talk on the court, you get ran off the floor. So, that's always fun for me. Obviously, once I get a few threes to drop, that's good for everybody. It opens up the floor for us even more. And, then teams have to come up more, and I can get into everything else that I like to do.
Now, you don't have to go in this direction, but I'm going to throw it there. I think Daddy Draymond is as good as I've ever seen you. Is it having all the kids and just you're as settled and as dominant as I've ever seen? And this is the serene Daddy Draymond.
Well, I tell you what, having kids definitely puts everything to perspective. I think anyone who has kids, it forces you to grow, and understanding that they're here, they're watching these games. You want to make sure you're setting a good example. And so, whenever they're here, it's that added motivation to try to come out and not only play well, but handle yourself the right way as well. Because these kids, they're sponges and they watch everything. So, just always try to keep that in mind. And when they're here or watching at home, just trying to keep it in mind and continue to grow.
One more thing. So, you and Steph, the rapport you have is just palpable on the court, the nonverbal communication. And we always tell people you're such a huge part of Steph's success, because with all of Steph's movement, it wouldn't work as well if he didn't have a Draymond. So tell me what that development has been like, just getting to the point where it's just so easy for you guys to work the way you do non-verbally on the court.
Oh, well, it's not easy. It's tough. And, that's 9 years. 9 years of a lot of games together in a lot of different situations, seeing a lot of different coverages. And, when you play with a guy like Steph, understanding when to get the hell out of the way and when to go screen, when to get him the ball is extremely important. So when I come into the game, that's always my number one focus is how to get him open, how to get him the ball in the spots that he likes the ball, how to relieve some of the pressure off of him. And like I said, when you're playing with a guy like that, you'd be a fool not to do everything you can to get him open. So I don't want to be a fool, so I do all I can to get him open, whether that's with a pass, whether it's with a screen, whatever it is, just trying to find him.
Hey, get in and celebrate with your teammates and put those kids to bed tonight.
Thank you.
Great game, bro.
All right, that is Daddy Draymond, who was spectacular tonight with 15 points, 13 assists, the 3 made threes. And how about that? I want to be an example for my kids watching.
Yes.
He has grown up before our very eyes. And that is, he can guard anyone in the league. And to me, that might be the best defender that we have seen in this game right now because he can do that. So the Warriors win it, bring on the Utah Jazz, and Draymond, the play-in game. Well, the Warriors are more than still alive and still holding down that A spot tonight.
You'll hear from his strong performance. And Darrell and Jennifer, we talk about it all the time. When he lets it go, the team flows so much better. And he let it go in that first half. And of course, a double-double tonight, 15th of the season, 15 points, 13 rebounds.
Great night on the offensive end for Draymond, super efficient. But, knocking down those threes in the first half, that was big time. We got to see more into the playoffs. I love when Draymond's aggressive.
I love it, too. And I love in his interview that he admitted that when he can score like that, it opens up things for everyone.
You'll hear from his strong performance. And Darrell and Jennifer, we talk about it all the time. When he lets it go, the team flows so much better. And he let it go in that first half. And of course, a double-double tonight, 15th of the season, 15 points, 13 rebounds.
Great night on the offensive end for Draymond, super efficient. But, knocking down those threes in the first half, that was big time. We got to see more.